Hello, hello. This is Tara Woodruff with Tara Woodruff After Hours. Welcome back. I just wanted to do a quick update. I actually just filmed an update. I'm like, no, you're gonna delete that video. Don't even put it up. Oh my goodness, what a long-winded conversation. I went to go see Fancy today. Tonight will be her third night at my daughter's house, and since I dropped her off the day before yesterday at dinner time, she has been doing well. She missed me, but not to the point where she's like crying at the door or something. She knows why she's there and she's aware of it. I had a feeling when I was driving her over that she knew what was up, that it wasn't forever and it wasn't permanent, and it was going to feel better for her for a minute. So, um, I went to go see her today, and I noticed a couple of things about her. First of all, she was really happy to see me. She was so fucking happy to see me. And we got to cuddles, and she followed me around, and she was like, oh, and then she was at the, like, she was going into Rutledge's room because his window can see over the driveway, looking at my Jeep, and she was like, when I was going to leave, she went to go get up. I'm like, no, 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 no. You don't have to get up, babies. You keep on healing that muscle. Whatever's up, you got to get that healed. And those stairs, as much as I really, 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 really want you home, I'm not going to risk you hurting yourself to the point where I got to put you down because of I need you here. And same with you. You can calm down. And she's like, all right. And she didn't like it, but I kept her from getting up, which was good because I would have had a hard time going to the door with her following me to the door. That would have been painful. But there are two things that I wanted to say. I know I've talked about that she has these moments of extreme fear in this house where she'll be sleeping and snoring and then jump up like somebody grabbed her. She'll do that when she's drinking water. Um, I don't know what she does when I'm not home. I'm not home. She doesn't come with me everywhere. She comes with me as often as possible, but that's just what it is, as possible. It's not always possible. So I would say that she spends probably about 4 to 5, maybe 6 hours alone a day with the cat, and that's on the days that I can't take her with me everywhere. So I don't know because I don't believe in having cameras in your house at all. If it's not closed circuit, there's no need. I anything, all that shit right now is all connected to an app and anybody can watch it. No, thank you. No, thank you. I remember the olden times when people used to think the TVs were watching them. I used to know they were watching you, but whatever. Um, so yeah, I don't do that. So I can't tell you how she behaves when I'm not here. So I don't know if that crazy fear shit happens even when I'm not home. So another thing is since after we got settled in here, not at first, but after we got settled in, she started having like like tear stains on her face, and I'd wipe them off and whatever. And I just felt, it was like maybe she just cries when I'm not home or something. I know she doesn't whimper. My neighbors would tell me they would probably hear that. Um, but that was one of the first things I noticed, besides how happy she was to see me, was that she didn't have any tears, which is awesome. Because I was concerned because we have drama weather right now, and it's not like dangerous weather or anything like that, but the clouds are dark, the wind is brisk, the temperatures dropped, um, and other people are having bad weather right now, but we're getting the wisps of it on the ends of it. Um, but it's still dramatic, and her reaction to dramatic weather in this house is she's not down with that shit. She does not like that. And I've always figured because of where we're at, we're like opposite the mountain and there's a valley in between us, and we're pretty windy on this little spot. Um, but she's been able to like be outside on the run and fall asleep while the wind is going crazy around her. Interesting. Okay, that's good because I want her to be comfortable and relaxed because I've lived with her in three different places before this. So I lived with her in Maine. She had none of those issues there at all. None of that. So I was beginning to think it was like a neurological problem or something, but it's not. Um, we lived in New Hampshire and we lived in a city in New Hampshire. I know I'm a country girl, but I can do it if I have to. I don't like it, but I can. And we lived in an old house like this one, a very old house, a city. It's beautiful. It's a small city, but it's like in really bad shape. It's almost as if 85% of the population's on fentanyl. Like they're fucked up. It's fucked up. The rents are really, really high. The wages are super, super low. And it's crazy out there. I don't, anyway, that's going off subject, but we lived in a city where there are drug addicts all over the place. And people, like drug addicts all over the place. She wasn't afraid there, even in that ancient house. That was kind of funny. And the last person that lived in our apartment died in it. So she did. I mean, she would be like, animals are sensitive to that kind of stuff, but not like what's going on here. So my next question to Sarah was like, so sometimes Fancy does this at home, and she does it probably twice a day, maybe three. And whether she's sleeping and snoring and passed out cold, she'll jump up, freaking out like someone just grabbed her or touched her, like surprise, surprise. She'll do it when she's drinking water. Oh, the drama clouds are just beautiful. So I'm wondering, has she done that here? She's like, no. And my daughter's been home with her since the first night. She didn't work yesterday or today because I didn't bring her out to work. And in that period of time, she did not have one jump up and freak out because somebody touched her or she felt like something touched her. So it's not neurological. Oh, but that makes me happy that she's not getting, because that used to freak. I'd get upset. Like, what the fuck? And I know the cat doesn't react that way to anything like that, but the cat will react when Fancy reacts to something, and the cat just handles it differently. Whatever it is that bugs Fancy, Fancy is not down with that shit. So, wow, right? Wow. So, when it was time for me to leave, she was trying to follow me. I said, no, 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 no. You stay here. You get some rest. Rutledge's got to take care of you because my grandson is like loving having this little responsibility. And he likes her and she likes him. She actually tried to sleep with him last night. Or she did. I don't know how she fit. He's got like the crib is broken down to a bed, but it's still got the high ends, you know what I mean? But he doesn't need, he's this little guy. He doesn't need a big giant bed, so they just still have a mattress in that, you know what I'm saying? And I think it transforms later into a full twin, but right now he's good with that. And it's like a day bed, right? We are getting some weather because those clouds are moving fast. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry I keep looking away like that, but it's every time I look up, the view is different. See, right now, if Fancy was here right now, she'd be staring at those windows like that. I'm just, I think it's interesting. So, yeah, I was going to leave, and she's like, she has this communication thing with me. She's like, we're going. We're, I'm going. Like, she looked out the window to make sure my Jeep was there earlier in the day, and then she's like, we went outside. She's like, all right, let's go. And I'm like, nah, we're gonna tell you out right here. And when I went to go, she's like, she went to go get off the couch, and I'm like, oh no, you don't. You don't need to get up, baby. You keep your butt on that couch. And she's like, but I want to go home. And I said, you don't want to go home. You want to come with me. And you need to feel a lot better than you have before you start tackling those stairs again. Those stairs are huge. Imagine if she got one of those frightening moments while she's on the fucking stairs. She would die. If she fell down those stairs and got injured, it would be a matter of putting her to sleep. No, thank you. She's not ready for that. So she understood. She didn't like it. And I had to get out of there quick before she decided to ignore me and get off that couch because I would have had struggles at that door with her trying to come with me. That would have upset me. Having to push her away would have upset me. And I don't need that because even though it's okay that I'm sad that I miss her, that I want her here, and that, well, I want to be where she is, I want to be together. Really, a lot. Like, it's freaking me out how much. She's in a good spot. My daughter's she's amazing. So it's wonderful. She's just missing her mom, but she's not being terrified. And that's important. When I first moved here, I thought, after we got settled in, I thought it was the fact that we have neighbors and she couldn't quite figure out where her sounds were coming from. That's what I was thinking. I know that there's a couple that lives next door, and they've had 2 fights since I've lived here, like arguments, that I could tell, that I could hear. That's nothing compared to what I mean. That dude used to do that every other day. What the fuck? And I was thinking she was carrying a trauma response from that time because there was a lot of fighting, like we screaming matches, just crazy, like, oh. So I'm at first I thought it was trauma responses, and I told them, I was like, she does not react well when you guys argue, and this is why. So I'd like it if you didn't. She would get on the bed if they started to fight, and I'm pretty sure it's only been 2 good ones. They may have bickering that I don't even know about. She'd be terrified. She'd hear them raging. Um, but like I said, twice since we've been here over a year. It was a lot more active before the landlord decided he was going to rent that part of the house to the local ski resort for housing. So these guys are moving, and they've totally changed since then. Um, they're so quiet now. I'm not sure. I have a feeling it's possible they quit drinking. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know, but they're quiet. But still, I would not be able to let Fancy be outside on a run for a while because their dog does not like other dogs at all. So even though he's a good boy and he respects a fence, it's only like a it's only like a flower fence. It's not a fence I would call a fence. You know what I'm saying? It's small. It's like 3 feet off the ground to your hips. I don't trust that. So I'm surprised they haven't asked me because I usually text them like I'm gonna bring Fancy out now, or we're gonna be out for a while. This way, because so many times I'll go out there and like 5 minutes later they open the door because they're used to not having to worry about it to let their dog out into the yard, and the dog fucking throws a fit. So I just try to let them know I'm out there. Um, and what's sad is they've been going away a lot on the weekends. And so the weekends, I would just come home and Fancy and I go downstairs and we'd sit out there for a while. Like, that's nice. To be able to utilize the outdoor space that way is so nice. Absolutely love that. But so Fancy's doing good. She's calm and chill. She wants to come home. And I just don't think this is, I, I, yeah, God's got a new place for me in mind. So I came up with an idea and I'm not going to keep going forever. I don't want to drive you insane. You should have seen my last video, but I'm not going to share it with you because I'm not going to upload it. I decided that because right now that I don't have Fancy here, it's easier for me to move around the house quickly and a fashion of success. I am going to bare minimalize my life. I'm going to get things that I don't need right now, like besides my clothes, my bed, my dresser, a cast iron, a cutting knife, fork, a knife, one tong, hand mixer, and a big mixing bowl. I don't need anything else. I can put it up until the next place. So I'm going to pack. And my goal is to get the house packed up. I'll do a big purge. I still have a storage unit. I'll put everything that I can, if I can get this done. It's kind of hard because business is already picking up. Before the snow flies, try to get all my shit back into storage and live here bare minimum. If Fancy's hips get better or her leg gets better and it seems like something that's we're moving forward with and she wants to, I want her to come home, then I'll bring her back. However, it's important that, you know what I'm saying, that I'm prepared because the way the bridges happened so quickly in this last couple of days, I don't want to be caught off guard and be scrambling to move. I don't want to do that. And it is a strong desire of mine to leave this place in the best shape ever. Better than I got it. You know what I'm saying? I want it deep cleaned. I want all that sticky shit that I put, the contact paper, taking it down, making that beautiful again. I mean, it wasn't fancy, but it's nice. I just didn't want to ruin it. And I like a lot of, obviously, well, you can't really tell, but my walls are covered in art. Like, I like a lot of visual excitement. I'm not a minimalist at all. But I can pare it down. And I now know what I reach for a lot and what I don't need to have around. So I need a cooking pan rack, which I can't believe I hate racks, cast iron, coffee machine. I've used my Instapot twice, so I could probably pack that up. I have Happy Butter Maker, for the funny butter. I haven't used that yet since I've been here because it kind of freaked me out. Um, but there's a lot I could put up. I could have one plate, one bowl, one small plate, and pack it all up. It'll just keep me super honest about making sure my dishes are done. You know what I'm saying? I could put my dish rack away and just use my drying mat because I will have barely anything. One cutting board, everything else can go away. One bowl for making my ice cream, everything else can get packed up. And so that's what's up. That's what's up. One spatula, one tongue. I can get a lot of shit put away. I already have the spices that I use all the time on my rack. Everything that's in the microwave can get packed up. I don't use it all the time. I use it sometimes, like rarely. I'm not going to get rid of them. I want them. Buying spices is expensive. I'm not getting rid of them, but that doesn't mean I have to keep them available all the time. My plants, I have no idea. That's freaking me out. But when everything else is kind of visually tied down, and like my artwork is put back up in boxes and all that stuff, the walls are clear. I'll keep one big piece on each wall. I'm gonna be ready to pull the trigger when it happens. It's like my friend said to me, so when? And I'm like, I have no idea. Like when I have the money to do it and the right place comes up. I'm not moving into any place. I'm not in a rush to move into any place. I am not interested in supporting the crazy idea that people get that a one bedroom apartment is $1,700 a month. That's not even feasible. There's not a job you can get within 100 miles of this town that could support that kind of payment. None. So I'm not looking to move that quickly. I'll wait, just like my daughter waited. It didn't feel like waiting to her, but she didn't know. But God was keeping her away from shit that would have fucked her up bad. Because everything that was for rent, when she was looking, she spent a long time completely insecure with her housing. Um, it was very frustrating, really hard. She did it. And one day, she got a message from somebody on Facebook. I've got a place to rent, and I don't want to rent it to somebody that just moved into town. I want to rent it to somebody that lives here and has lived here. You don't have to be, I know you're not a local, but I don't know what's happening. And I put this on, are you interested in taking a look at the place I have to rent? She's like, yeah, sure. She got a 3 bedroom, 2 full bath with tubs in both bathrooms house on, I think she's got 3 acres. She can go ahead and get a cow if she wants. She's got a barn, a small barn in the country. Excuse me? It ain't fancy. Nope, didn't need to be. Not after all the shit they've been through. None of it needed to be fancy. But it had to be realistic. Realistic. And she pays, are you ready? For a 3 bedroom, 2 full bath with tubs. Both bathrooms have tubs. Kitchen, living room, deck. Big yard that they can mow with gardens and shit, and the kids can play. And then they got pasture that she's allowed to put meat in it if she wants to. She could get goats. She's got 5 ducks right now. They're adorable. She can live. Okay. And she's paying what the rents are supposed to be around here. So I'm in no rush. But guess what? When that shit pops off and somebody messages me, I'm going to be prepared. That's that. So I'm going to get prepared because I'm already bridging. So woot woot. Anyway, that's pretty much it. That's it. I have food updates, but this video is already a half hour long. And I don't want you to run off on me. But I want to give you an update about Fancy. She's doing well. The crazy shaking, the being scared to death half the time is not happening at my daughter's house. So something's up with the energy here. And she's going to be okay. The stairs are a lot. So we're going to get back together and we're going to get a home together that's going to be better for both of us. But in the meantime, I'm in no rush and I'm just going to take really good care of this spot. And I want it to be super clean. Super, super clean. He didn't charge me a lot for a deposit, so I'm not going to even look for it back. But I want it to be super clean. So when he has somebody else come in here, they don't have to deep clean the shower or the oven. I want that shit done. So, anyway, I love you long time. I will talk to you later. Oh, I don't know why I did that, but oh, I did it twice. Okay, bye.